So the test squad to play against South Africa was announced today, and no prizes for guessing. KL Rahul has been dropped. His dismal and despondent form against the West Indies, though he was given chances, was noticed by the selectors, and duly he's been dropped from the test squad. But folks, let's remember that KL Rahul is one guy who's been dropped not because of a bad patch. He was actually trying to tweak his technique, Siddharth. He was trying to play defensive, and in the middle of that, he used to block the line at which the ball used to be thrown at him, and that's how he used to lose his wickets. And something similar also happened to a guy called Irfan Pathan in 2007 when the erstwhile coach Greg Chappell forced him to change his stance, forced him to change his his bowling action, and that led to Irfan's decline as well. So this is a lesson for not only KL Rahul but all those cricketers who do get carried away, and they start out initially in the fray of things in their own sweet style, and they sway the winds, but somehow get carried away when somebody comes up with a suggestion that you have to change your style, you have to change your technique if you want to go to the next level. But I think as natural as you keep it, the longer you get to be in test cricket at least.
Absolutely. It's a very big factor for if you're a player, right? The success that has come to you has come for a reason.
Absolutely.
And you try to tweak it a little, and then sometimes you just you look so unsettled while you're batting, and that plays a lot on the player, right? Number two, the biggest debate is Rohit Sharma. Do you see him opening against South Africa?
Well, he should. Let's not forget what Saurav Ganguly did to Virendra Sehwag. Though it was a different series, it was a different pitch, and there was a different opposition. But Rohit Sharma has not been producing the kind of results that he has produced when he's played in one-day internationals and T20s as an opener, vis-a-vis to what he's done in his exploits in Test cricket. He's played at number 4, he's played at number 5, at number 6, but he's not, able to in fact take his mojo to the next level. So here is an opportunity for Rohit Sharma, to in fact open the innings with Mayank Agarwal, and if he does click, that is going to settle a lot of problems for the selection committee, who have been grappling with whom to put at the top of the order. And in case, Siddharth, this is just a thought and a theory that I have, that if he still does not perform as an opener, he can very well be somehow injected into or put into the middle or the lower middle orders, because that is an area where he has worked in the past as well.
So probably, do you see a new opening pair being born out of this series, right? With Mayank Agarwal, Rohit Sharma, probably Shubman Gill, who can also be tried out at the opening.
Well, I think, Siddharth, the first thing, the first test, which is going to be played in Visakhapatnam in October, Captain Virat Kohli is definitely, without a doubt, going to give a chance to Rohit Sharma. And if that does not click, then I think he will go back to the drawing board, and that is the reason the selection committee has also decided to go with Shubman Gill, who's in fact done extremely well for the India A team very recently against the South Africa A team. So I think when it comes to the test squad, we are safe. We have a good balance. A couple of guys have been a little rusty. Chiteshwar Pujara needs to do better. Ajinkya Rahane and Hanuma Vihari have done extremely well. These are the golden boys right now, because how Hanuma Vihari in fact exploited the opportunity which Rohit Sharma missed out on against West Indies is something that he needs to in fact remember. And Virat Kohli and Ravi Shastri, they need to give him a chance against the South Africans as well, because remember that South Africa has got a lot of bowling talent at this point in time, and a lot of these guys are untested. So we all remember when Muralitharan in fact made his debut, nobody understood his action. When Mendes made his in fact introduction, there was nobody who could play him. So this is a similar situation, and it calls for a lot of exciting cricket.
It does. Do you think that is where Hardik Pandya has been amiss? So we are only going with one all-rounder, that is Ravindra Jadeja. Do you think a deep batting lineup is something that we will possibly miss on in this tournament?
Well, I absolutely think that Hardik Pandya's inclusion would have made a world of a difference. But the selection committee would only want so many pacers in the team. The batting
also because it's the Indian pitches.
The Indian pitches. You already have Bumrah, you have Ishan Sharma, and you have Mohammad Shami. These guys are enough to in fact curtail and contain any top order and in fact wreak havoc to any batting lineup. But the interesting point to see would be that how deep is the South African
Batting lineup.
If that gets to be deeper than is expected, then I think Hardik Pandya would be missed.
So what lineup would you put against the first test against South Africa? What is your predicted lineup?
Well, we'll have the usual suspects. We'll have Mayank Agarwal, Rohit. We'll have Virat Kohli. We'll have Hanuma Vihari, Ajinkya Rahane, Cheteshwar Pujara, Ravindra Jadeja, Bumrah, Mohammad Shami, and Ishant Sharma.
Okay.
This is the 11 that I would in fact stick with, and the captain perhaps might have different ideas.
So 3 paces or 2 paces?
I think it'll be 3 paces, and I would just go with one spinner, either Ashwin or Jadeja. So that rules out the fact that we might see no all-rounder in the first test against South Africa. Right? Well, considering that there is still a lot to be desired from the South African batting, I think the need for an all-rounder is somehow negated at this point in time. But once we have tested how they bat and what kind of explosive talent they bring, then in the second game we can always have perhaps an Ashwin and a Jadeja perhaps bowl in tandem.
Absolutely. The test squad has been announced. We play 3 tests against South Africa, 3 important tests. But preceding that, 3 T20s that are going to be played. You're watching SportsX. Keep watching.
Thank you for watching.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.